Hello, it's Bible story time. We are still talking about Jesus who loves everybody. In Jesus' time, when he was alive on earth, there was a pool, like a pool, almost like a swimming pool. It was a pool of water in a place called Bethesda. Other people call it Bethsaida, but there in Bethesda or Bethsaida, I'll just keep saying Bethesda. There was a place by the sheep market where the sheep used to be sold, and you brought your sheep. There was a pool, and by that pool, there was it was like a building by the pool. There were 5 porches, and people were around that pool, not to get in and be happy, like when people swim in swimming pools. It wasn't that kind of pool. There were many people by the pool, but they didn't go in to swim and play. They didn't go diving in. They waited and waited, because the story was that if there's a time when you see the water and it's moving, and they used to believe that at that time when the water is moving, there was an angel, and they believed that if you were sick and you jumped into the water just at the time when the angel is moving the water, you would get better. So those were the people who were waiting around the pool. It was the sick people who wanted to be made better. When you are sick, do you want to stay sick? No, I don't. When you have an owie on your arm or your leg or on your elbow, do you want it to stay sore forever? No. So the people used to wait. The lame people, the people who were crippled and couldn't walk properly, the people whose arms were broken and weren't fixed, the people who were blind and couldn't see, they all waited for the water to move so that they could get in and be made better. We don't know if that was true. We don't know if God was making a miracle. I don't know that part. But I do know there was a lame man, a man whose legs weren't working. He was paralyzed. He couldn't move. And he was by the pool waiting. He'd been there. He'd been waiting for 38 years. 38 years waiting to get in and be healed and be fixed. Jesus happened to come to the pool that day, and he saw the man. I'm sure you know that Jesus didn't ignore him. We'll talk about that next time. What did I say at the beginning? Jesus loves us, and I know Jesus loved that man. We'll talk about what happens next time. I'm not going to tell you now. Of how much more value then is a man than a sheep. Therefore it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. Matthew 12, verse 12. I'll sing it again. Of how much more value then is a man than a sheep. Therefore it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. Matthew 12, verse 12.